Alright, I can already hear the comments, so before I get into this any further, this is all just my personal opinions, and since this is my channel, it means I'm right. No, I'm playing. Please feel free to disagree with me or agree with me in the comments. I love to hear all point of views. And with that disclaimer out of the way, let's get into the video. It's the age-old argument, which role is harder, tank, support, or DPS? When it comes to tanks, I feel like almost 90% of the population agrees that being the biggest target on the battlefield and having all CC thrown at you is the hardest. Now here's where we get into the real nitty-gritty. The real big debate is between support players and DPS players. I'm a support main. I have been since 2016, starting with Symmetra, so I feel a tad bit biased when saying this. But, in my opinion, support is the harder of the two. To give insight on why I think support is harder, I'm going to give points and details about each role and start my argument this way. Starting with... You love them, you hate them, you literally cannot live without them. Supports are the most essential part of a team. They give valuable boosts and abilities such as Res, Nano Boost, Kitsune, and Biotic Orb. Mora, we've been over this. You have no utility, but you do great damage and healing. Anyways, let's take Baptiste as our example. I would say Bap is a great design of all key points a support should have. He has good healing, good damage, great utility, and great mobility. He also embodies the anti-notion that a lot of people seem to have that supports don't have to aim. Besides these three supports, you have to aim to give value, so I don't know where that logic came from. Anyways, not getting sidetracked, the three main points a support has are awareness. A support has to know where they are in the battlefield and where everyone else is too. Ability tracking. A support should always have everyone's ults and ability usages in their mind, including your own teammates. Supporting. Supporting isn't just healing, it's DPSing too. Supports have to maintain those three key points the entire time they're on the field, against being dove, being rushed, and let's face it, being ignored by your own teammates too. Take this for example. Say I am playing Mora and my tank is low, and the other support is low, but so is the two dive characters harassing them. Do I let them die and kill the two dive characters? Let the two dives get away and heal them? Stay where I'm at safe and wait for the team to return? Well, it's all of the above. As a support, you should be trying to save your teammates, but in most situations, this will be happening, and it is your job to do all three at once. You can throw a damage orb and heal them, or throw a heal orb and damage them. But either way, it is completely up to you as if they live or die, essentially making or breaking a game. Now, time for the argument for... DPS as a role should still be separated into two categories since some DPS are team-oriented, but the primary objective of all DPS is to kill. Overwatch is a game notorious for catering to this demographic of their population, if not shown by the sheer amount of DPS, with also including the DPS passive, the merging of the defense role, and overall creativity that goes towards designing DPS. All that being said, they sure do have the loudest player base. Anyways, without getting too off topic, DPS 3 objectives are as follows. Divide. You should be dividing individual targets to eliminate them easier. Distract. One, if not both DPS should be taking off angles to get less enemies off your team. Destroy. DPS is the name, destroying is the game. Quickly kill your targets. DPS should be following these key points in their gameplay, but that's all they have to do. While it is nice to have a DPS protect your backline or stay with your tank, it isn't necessary as is the case for most of the DPS roster. For the most part, all they have to do is just keep things dead. They don't have to keep space like tanks or keep everyone alive like support. While I understand and acknowledge that there's definitely more nuances that goes into different games for each match, for the most part, it's always one thing, to be honest. It's usually a DPS diff. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too well versed in the DPS universe, mostly because I am a support main. I do play DPS a lot. I have been trying to get into DPS. You can watch that on twitch.tv/SNG. If any DPS players have like their takes that they want to have on this, feel free to leave it in the comments. I will listen to you. I do enjoy listening to all different takes. Please just don't make it any rudeness or anything. That's all I ask. But anyways, yeah. And if you feel the need to disagree with me more, I have started getting back into streaming. I'll be live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays with the occasional Saturday stream if I'm not too busy. But yeah, hope to see you there. Bye.